Not there. So the Iranians having tawakkul on Allah, that's why Allah said, فَيَتَوَكَّلَ عَلَى اللَّهِ مُؤْمِنُونَ or مُتَوَكِّلُونَ. Those people who have trust in Allah, Allahu hasbuhu, sufficient for him. Because Allah is sufficient for those believers. Anyone who has tawakkul on Allah. That's why those people, the Iranians, they stood, despite the oppositions, the grand opposition, they stood firm and believe in Allah. In their speech, they will say, Allah Akbar. This is to show the Iman. And it should be a moral lesson for all believers. If you observe President like Jimmy Carter, time of Jimmy Carter, 1979 down to 1977 to 1981, yet no, he could not defeat Iran. Go back to Ronald Reagan, the same thing from 1981 down to 1989, could not defeat Iran. Go back to President like, example like George H. Washington Bush, 1989 down to 1983, could not defeat Iran. Down 1983 to 2001, ruled by Bill Clinton, could not defeat Iran. Even from 2001 down to 2008, ruled by George Bush, could not defeat Iran. From 2000 and it was 2009 down to 2017, ruled by Barack Obama, could not defeat Iran. Yet those people, despite the world power, as they are the world power, even the Israel, they created them, it was 1948 in the Middle East, tried to persuade America to fight Iran, yet those presidents knew that if they fight Iran, if Iran is fought by them, there will be a disaster. They know the consequences behind surrounding the fighting of Iran. That is why they stood back. But unfortunately, it was seen that someone like this president we have today in America, who had ruled before, who spoke against George Bush, back then, that George Bush would have gone to war against Iraq because the war against Iraq cost them billions of dollars. Yet the same president went against his own speech delivered years ago against George Washington Bush coming to fight Iran, who is close to Iraq. This is unfortunate. How will you fight your own speech? Because you have said it before that you will not fight, and it's not befitting for Americans to fight Iraq. Because when you fight Iraq or fight Iran, you lose more. Because if you go back to your history, you will see that there was no benefit in fighting the Middle Eastern countries like Iran or Iraq. Why? That happened before. There were 8 years war between Iran and Iraq. Led to nothing. Nothing happened. It seems that they lost a lot of things. Our US lost at the time, that even to the extent Bill Clinton could not recover a lot of US deficits. They were holding a lot of debts at the time. You see things happen, brothers and sisters. So fighting Iran will cost the nation, like the world at large, deficit, debts. Today, the price of fuel is high. You see the price of gas is also high due to this war that is going on in Iran, and some part of the Middle East, because they are the suppliers of gas and fuel. You see, things are happening. Now look at, for example, what happened in Saudi. The Aramco oil was being raised by fire. Why? Because we're raised by fire because they are supporting US and having America base their country. That was why this happened like this. So the war never come to a good conclusion. It always come to a bad conclusion at the end of the day. So he would have thought of that before going to that war, or going to unalive children who are attending schools, primary school in Tehran, all in the name of saying he wants to fight Iran. Brothers and sisters, it's a moral lesson for all brothers and sisters, that we should not start what cannot finish. Now it has escalated. That has led to some casualties in countries like in Israel and other countries, even Bahrain. It was said currently now, the news is going on that even Bahrain, the prince there, the leader there in Bahrain, supreme leader there in Bahrain, has run away from the country because there were protests there in Bahrain, saying that they don't want war, they don't want you again for supporting America. No, we don't need that. Some countries will still raise up protests because of their support for US here. You see, things are happening. So, sisters, that's why when you put your trust in man, Allah, there will be no benefit for you. Same way as for all the Arab countries. If you put your trust in man, the benefit for you. If you put your trust in Allah, Allah will elevate you above others. That's what Iran is doing. I know it had happened in Libya. We got man Gaddafi, who stood firm, but yet he was killed, but betrayed. So was other countries. You see that they stood firm in their faith, they were betrayed. But Iranians knew of the history. They defended Allah's religion and defended the cause of jihad in fighting for the sake of Allah without any turning back. That will bring victory to the Muslim world. And I believe few years from now, Islam will reign over the world, as Allah has said that when Islam comes, He will reign over the world. So I'm not saying that the Christians are not good people. They are good people. The Christians are not going for war. The people that are going for war, they are the Zionists. We are not Christians. We should not mistake the Israel today created Israel in the Middle East as a Christian nation. They are not Christian nation. They are a Jewish nation, Zionist nation that even some of the Jewish scholars, rabbis, are against them, against the policy of Benjamin Netanyahu, and many of them who are claimed to be Zionists. The Zionists are not good Jews. I respect my Jewish brothers. I respect my Christian brothers. They do not want to fight. They love peace. They have been peaceful with the Muslims from the beginning of Islam. So why this happening now? These people want to annihilate Islam from the face of the earth, and it will not possible. Allah will prevail. Brother, sister, thank you very much. I believe a reminder as we are coming to the close of month of Ramadan, because just a few days left in the month of Ramadan, as we approach this to the month of Itikaf, the time of Itikaf, that we should apply more seriousness in our ibadah towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah continue to guide us and protect our iman and make us among the righteous in the day of judgment. Thank you very much, brothers, sisters.